Hi, I'm Kili, also known as Kelly.
And I'm Fili, also known as Alex.
Welcome to our corner of the Shire,
Where we will show you how to bring Middle-earth
into your daily life to keep you
a happy hobbit.
Good girl. Who's a good work? Who's a good work?
Shadow, you look beautiful in your doggy scarf.
Doesn't she look
so
dashing?
Festive.
Someone I know made them.
Wonder who that could be.
Maybe someone who's practically a walking Christmas tree.
Yeah, I got this coat back in 15.
In the 15s?
Yeah, back in 15.
In the 10s?
When I knew I was going to be working down under in New Zealand at Christmas time, which is their summertime, and I heard a little rumor that they can not be so into Christmas because it's like a summer thing.
She's got really offended. Can we change subjects?
Well, I was trying to be offensive, and I was like, I'm going to be as Christmassy as possible, and people would walk into the workshop and be like, oh, hi, Mrs. Claus, and I'd be like, hi. So yeah, I'm pretty much ready for Christmas. I just have one thing. Like, you know how I always like to feed the birds and the animals in the winter?
Go into elf mode, and then I can't talk to you or do anything, wrap presents, give you presents, because if I give you a present, you're, like, in Legolas land, and you're like, what is a present? I don't need presents. I just need the air and the wind. And you just get really weird. Actually, you probably wouldn't even respond to me.
What are you even talking about? What is elf mode? That's
you remember
not a
elf
thing.
mode, right? Come here.
It's not a thing, is it, Shadow?
Shake if you believe in elf mode. Shadow, shake.
She doesn't. See? Oh, you coaxed her into that. That elf mode is
Anyways,
not real. I would remember if I ever did that.
Well, it's happened, but I'm happy it's not happening now. And you're gonna go do something? Something.
Well, I have
elf mode?
Yeah. No, elf mode. I don't know what you're even talking about.
Okay, let's just forget it.
That's never happened in my life. I've never pretended to be an elf in my life. Okay, that might be an exaggeration. I won't call it a lie. It might be an exaggeration. But I don't know what you're talking about. But what I'm gonna do is make something for the birds that doubles as a Christmas decoration.
Okay. Alright. I'd like to see you do this as Kili. So I guess that's what we're gonna do.
What else would I
Let's
do
see Kili make a wonderful nature decoration that I have a feeling Legolas will appreciate.
Who else am I gonna do it as Kili? What is Kelly?
Where is
Who is
Legolas?
Kelly?
I don't know, but where is Legolas? Is he still in his RV?
He might be. After he moved out.
I hope he's getting through the winters.
He doesn't feel the cold. Welcome to this episode of Happy Hobbit. Today I'm going to show you, hopefully, because I've never done it before, like many things, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful garland to decorate the trees around your property and simultaneously feed the birds. What you'll need is some thread, a needle, some cranberries, and popcorn. So I'm going to attempt to use a popcorn maker, which I happen to know because I have a lot. I am obsessed with popcorn. So I have a lot more experience with this popcorn maker than I do with other large kitchen devices, as our longtime viewers will know. Sometimes Kili and kitchen devices don't go well, like the food processor. But this, I predict, will go a bit better. It's simpler, and like I said, I love popcorn. I probably eat it almost once a week. And we'll find out what happens in the next scene.
If she lives.
Who said that? The ghost of the orcs of the past?
Yeah. Don't you know the ring wraiths are the ghosts of the Christmas future?
They are! Ring wraiths are totally the ghosts of Christmas future! Okay, so now we're going to pop our popcorn. So this is my handy Orville Redenbacher popper and my Orville Redenbacher popcorn. No, they are not a sponsor. It'd be nice if they were. But as you can tell, I was serious when I said I love my popcorn. Like, look at this jug. This comes from the Mitchell Delving Market of Costco. So what I'm going to do
Mick Costin's Market.
Who?
It's a hobbit who runs a Costco-like enterprise.
Hi.
McCoskins. Yeah, they're a hobbit tribe
from the north.
Yeah.
Just on the edge of Arnor. Or not Arnor, but Eriador. Okay, so what I'm going to do is fill it up to the fill line, because that's the, I know these things. I push this thing to the max because I want all the popcorn I can. So I'm going to fill it to the fill line and let it start popping. And the reason I like an air popper is because all you're getting is popped popcorn kernels. Of course you can pop popcorn in a pan on the stove. However, to do that you need oil. And sometimes I don't like having, you know, like the extra oil in it. I will completely admit, I went through a phase where I tossed my popcorn with, this is an aside, this isn't for the project, but I went through a phase where I tossed my popcorn with olive oil and salt, and that's good. But then, like, butter became healthy for you again. So now I use a little bit of butter in my popcorn. But that's just, you know, how Kili makes her popcorn. So,
You're gonna die.
the ring wraith of Christmas future is back.
I'm just joking. I love popcorn. Keep going.
Alright, I've got it to the fill line. And if you're using a machine like this, you probably already know this, but a big bowl's nice to catch it. You put the lid on. And the one thing I don't like about this machine is that it starts as soon as you plug it in. There's no switch. So I'm going to plug it in and it's going to go. I tend to give it a little shake to make sure the kernels are doing their thing. I don't want them burning, I don't want it smoking, definitely don't want it broken. This is like the one kitchen device that, you know, I really value. I mean, I value all of them, but me and the popcorn maker, we get along, unlike the food processor. So, we're gonna let it do its magic. Alright, now we have our freshly popped popcorn. Right out of the fires of Mount Doom. And the next ingredient, if you could call it an ingredient, item that you'll need for your project is cranberries. So I'm just going to pour them into a bowl that still has some water in it. And we've been baking Christmas cookies all morning, so
Can't see the berries.
yeah. It's gonna come out. Alright. Wow, I didn't realize cranberries were so big. And that they could be like, other than round. Some of these are like, look like olives. Alright. I'm gonna take these items to my workstation. Santa's caught my hair. So the last thing you will need is a spool of thread. I just have some polyester thread, and I chose white because we have the most white thread. I might be using a lot of it. So you need that and a needle. Now, sticking this into my jeans, trying not to stab myself. I always lose needles. It's a very dangerous problem to have. I'm not quite sure how much of this I need, so I'm just gonna do a lot. Like the same thing I did with my popcorn, I'm gonna get more than I probably need. With the popcorn, I will eat it. With the string, it's like it's better to have extra, you know, to tie on things and stuff and to string on things rather than too little. And part of the reason I chose this is it seems like it would be more biodegradable than something like fishing line, which I think a lot of people use for this type of project, but we have enough plastic waste in the world. And I thought this was cotton when I grabbed it, but polyester I know is a synthetic, but at least this thread is thin and it will break down quickly.
And you can just take it off the tree when you're done, you know. Doesn't have to stay up there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There it is. Alright, so I just almost told you something wrong. I just almost told you to double this, because that's what you do when you're sewing. But, you know, I like to lick the end to make it a little more stiff. Oh, I've got some lipstick on it, okay. That helps guide. And then you put it through the needle, which doesn't really... There's a little thread sticking off, so it's misbehaving. Okay, so you put it through the needle, and then you pull... I'm pulling quite a bit of extra because I don't want this slipping out. Okay, so then I'm gonna hold the needle, pinching the bottom portion where the eye of the needle is, and the thread is coming out. You see that right there. This thread is really strong, but that being said, I'm not gonna pull on it really tight. So while I string my objects, my popcorn and cranberries, I'm going to try to be holding it there so I don't lose the thread. Okay?
And if you're a little tiny baby hobbit, be really careful because needles are pointy.
Needles are pointy and sharp and they can prick you easily. So if you are under the age of, let's say, 10, you should probably do this with one of the big folk. Have them help you. Okay, here we go. So I'm starting with a piece of popcorn because it's lightweight, seems like it'll be easier. I believe this craft dates... Oh yeah, that's easy. I believe this dates far back in history, human history. I think maybe even to the Victorian era or before that. Now...
Elves have been doing it longer though.
Yeah, elves have been doing it for a long time. I have no idea what's in a cranberry, so...
That was a satisfying crunch.
Oh, look at that. It's hollow. With some seeds.
Wow, it's like a baby pomegranate.
It kind of is.
Looks delicious. You're like a rat who broke into someone's kitchen and regrets it.
Oh, it's getting bitter! Oh my god. Oh, it wasn't that bad at first! No, it really wasn't. It was just sour and I was like waiting for it to get worse. I was like, I can handle this, and then it got really bitter. I can't get it off my tongue. I knew I didn't like cranberries.
You're in the Christmas future. This is what happens. You eat bad berries.
But I answered my question. I could basically stab this thing wherever I want. Now I'm gonna stab it now! Alright. So now I'm gonna take my non-chewed up cranberry. I'm just gonna stab it right through the middle. Yeah. That's what you get. There we go. White. Oh no. No. Oh my gosh. I'm 2 seconds in and I'm already stuck. Okay, wait. I can fix this. Don't tangle, don't tangle, don't tangle. Oh my gosh, it's tangling.
Well, Kili, maybe if you were in elf mode, you could do this better.
Elf mode is not a real thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. This is gonna be easy, I said. You just string things, I said. Okay. Wait, that part's straight. Oh, this feels awful in my mouth. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Gosh darn it. This type of thread is so little, like it's so thin that when it gets a hole, or when it gets a knot, it gets a knot.
Oh my.
There! Oh my gosh, oh my
There
gosh.
you go.
Okay, wait. What am I doing? Who am I?
The rest looks a little chaotic.
Who am I? What's happening? What's happening? Who am I? I don't know. Okay, wait. Stop. Everyone be quiet. There's no one else here, but you all have to be quiet.
I'm here.
Yeah, he has to be quiet. Okay, stop.
He speaks when he wants to speak.
He does. He reminds me of the skeleton man who came for our Halloween episode.
You know, they could be related. What if that was just like the fall version when his cloak's off?
Okay. I have no idea. I'm just gonna put this... Oh my gosh.
Just cut it. Just restart.
But how am I gonna keep the next one from tangling?
I don't know, just try it though.
I just realized, since I'm not actually sewing, there's no reason I can't leave it on the spool and just unwind it as I go. And that'll hopefully prevent that accident from happening again. So let's try this one more time with my popcorn that I'm convinced smells like urine. Merry Christmas, everyone!
And a happy new year.
Okay, so I'm just gonna unravel it a little bit and I'm gonna pinch it there. Slid down the popcorn. Now cranberry. Okay, alright. Another oh, I just pricked myself. This is why people wore thimbles. Another popcorn.
That's what a thimble's for?
Yeah, it's to protect your finger. What, you thought it was just a kiss for Peter Pan?
I mean, that's what Peter Pan tells me, but...
Peter Pan's a liar, that's well established.
I thought it was like, I don't know, somehow something you put the needle in when you're not using it or something.
See, I wasn't pinching and I almost lost my thread. Okay, I'm not going to worry about pushing them down because that's what got me in trouble last time until I need to. In fact, I can just like do this like an assembly line. And what I like about this is it not only looks pretty, but it's food for birds who like popcorn and berries.
You know, you could always buy organic, be extra, you know, healthy for those flying entities.
And giving back to nature at this time of year is a very ancient custom, especially giving back to animals that people traditionally ate back in the you know, times before we had like grocery stores and stuff. Oh no, oh no.
Hey, you should wear this as a necklace and then you could just eat it all day.
If you like really bitter berries.
But then maybe caramelize the popcorn and have a bite of bitter
Be covered
berry.
in sugar. Okay,
For yourself, not for the bird.
What's going on? What's going on? Please don't do this to me. Okay. Maybe this is why people use like fishing line. But look, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But yes, especially in the autumn, people would leave some of their harvest out for the wildlife, especially for the deer and the animals that they consumed, because when you have plenty and you're feeding those animals, in theory, they're going to be healthier and they're going to be around for when you need to hunt them and eat them in the hard winter. Now, I am not going to eat any of these songbirds that I'm feeding.
Unless you're a cat.
Yeah, I don't like it when our cats do that. But luckily, they don't do it very often. They're pretty old these days. But this is a way that you can give back to the birds, you know, for the beautiful music they make. Unfortunately, a rat or two might also eat this, but you know, hey, rats deserve to live as well. They play an important role in the ecosystem. Now, I'm doing popcorn... Oh. I'm doing popcorn berry, but you could do any pattern you want. And these aren't obviously the only things that you can string. You could string whatever you like, but I think what's really nice about cranberries is they hold their shape after they're stabbed because of their thick skin. So this is an ancient tradition. You can completely imagine all the races of Middle-earth, from elves down to hobbits. Probably not like orcs and stuff.
The dwarves might put it like outside the mine, like an archway.
Yeah, maybe the dwarves want to feed rats because what else lives underground with them?
They probably have carnivals where they eat deep-fried rats inside the mines. They probably have like a festive Ferris wheel and stuff that comes to town inside the mines, and then they serve rats and whatever else they can scrape up from the deep darkness.
That's a really good question. Where do dwarves, like Gimli's always going off about the meat that he's gonna get to eat. Where do they get it from? What kind of livestock or anything can they raise it in the dark? I guess it's from, because they were forced into the mines. And in the past they lived above ground. Like at Lake Town and stuff.
Maybe they just eat other dwarves.
Yeah, maybe the dwarves are actually cannibals.
That's why they're really a little different.
I dropped my thread. Oh my gosh, my life is over. So I'm just gently sliding them down the thread. The popcorn's kind of breaking, but you know what? It's gonna break anyway, and animals are gonna eat it. And here where we are, we get lots of rain in the winter, thankfully, when we're not having a drought year. So, popcorn doesn't do well when it gets wet. But I think the wildlife will still enjoy it. Alright. Just keep on going. Try not to stab yourself. Try not to get tangled.
This is turning out to be very dangerous.
It's like every time we have an idea for an episode and we go, that's really easy, that won't take long. Everyone can do it.
People will like it.
I mean, hopefully I think people like it more when we have problems. Because, let's face it, everyone has problems in life. Everyone.
Except for me.
Except for the ghost of Ringwraith Future. But Ringwraith Ghost of Christmas Future. So, to see other people having problems that are on the scale that we're having, which aren't really problems, let's be honest, is humorous. And I think it's humanizing, even though we're Hobbit dwarf elves, Hudwelves, makes us seem a little more human. We've got them all tricked, they think we're human.
Is the pioneer woman Faramir's mother? That's a question of the audience.
And that's why there's been so much trouble in his family. No one talks about her. Denethor's so depressed because she left them to go become
a TV cooking star who... the reason this came into my head is, some people, quote, never have problems when they cook.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning, watching some cooking shows, about how, like in Happy Hobbit at least, when we mess up, we own our mistakes, and if we don't mess up, but we used to mess up doing something, we would tell the audience and be like, oh, I've had a lot of years of practice at this, that's why, but like yours might not be like that, that's fine. But they never do that. They're always just smiling, like all the time smiling. Like,
and Denethor is actually really mad because the pioneer woman's getting all this fame.
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm
look what
so
he's left
mad.
to eat.
Yeah!
Like ripped up chicken and a few tomatoes because his wife was a master chef.
I think we just solved the Faramir's family troubles.
You see what my sister does?
That was me. I just have a very effeminate laugh.
Stabbed, and she just starts cackling.
Medic, someone call a medic.
It's actually not even bleeding, I'm glad. I thought it was going to be bleeding. I've got tougher... All the cleaning I've been doing lately has really hardened up my hands, unfortunately. This is getting to look pretty nice, folks. And you could do this with cranberries that say you bought some for your, festivities and you didn't eat them all, or some weren't, perfectly ripe.
Hey, you know what else would be fun? If you set up a camera in front of this.
Oh yeah, and film the wildlife.
Yeah, if you do that, send us some photos or post some.
Yeah. Let us know how it goes for you. Ouch! And if you make this, let us know how it goes. I take back what we said earlier about if you're under 10, you need some help.
I think if you're over a certain age, you need help.
Just be careful. I just need help, period. Nice one. Yeah, and you can do this with other fruits, and maybe have different colors. Like peas might work.
Hey, you could do like a red and green apple, peas, blueberries.
Oh, I've seen that before. Yeah, with like apple slices, especially dried apple slices.
But always check to make sure it's safe for birds to eat whatever you're putting on.
Yeah, because things like apple seeds actually contain low levels of arsenic, which is poison. So a little bird eating an apple seed, that wouldn't go so well. In fact, you shouldn't even feed them to your chickens. Apple flesh is fine, but just take out the seeds. So.
And that's why the eagles can't eat apple pie.
They could probably eat apple pie. Alright, let's have a look. Ooh,
wow, it matches your outfit.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Smit as a miffin.
Smit as a miffin?
I heard it the other day in Jukeboro. Wow, that looks good. Keely, no!
Yeah, I won't. Not after what happened last time.
How dare you? That looks very nice.
It does. I'm gonna keep working, and you'll check back in with me in a few minutes.
Pioneer woman
of Gondor, she's the last of the stewards, cooking on a ranch in where she... Oklahoma. I'm almost done with my garland, and one thing that's extra good about making extra popcorn is you can pick and choose pieces like that. That piece is a bit bulkier. Your popcorn's delicate, so you're still going to lose some, but it's nice to have the pieces with a thick middle to stab through. And this is about as long as I can make it. It's been a real pain with this thread because it's been tangling a lot and coming out of the needle despite my best efforts. But I think it's ready to be hung up on the tree. And I toyed with trying to finish this off in some way. Well, maybe I can. Let's see if I can I'm just thinking I'm just going to stab the thread back into this last cranberry. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to tie it in a knot. Oh, come on. I'm trying to tie it in a knot around the base of the cranberry. So as you can see, this is a messy craft. Where'd my needle go? I just lost my cranberry and my needle. Here's the needle. Alright, forget about tying off the last cranberry. That didn't work. Putting my needle somewhere safe. And... Hi, Mischief! Missy really wants out. She'll probably eat this leftover popcorn. It might be good to do this on a bigger surface like a table. Someplace where you don't mind making a little bit of a mess. So let's have a gander. Finished product.
Wow. That is impressive.
It's pretty.
That is huge.
Alright. Now I have it about as long as I dare make it, since it did get twisted up on me a lot. I've got it wrapped, the extra thread wrapped around these fingers, so it's pretty secure. But this end, it's not so secure, so I'm going to start with that end. And I'm just going to start draping it around this beautiful little pine. In fact, I want it more visible this direction. Ooh. Okay. Some pieces fell right off the end, but that's fine. The animals will still find them. There we go. It might not be the most elegant of garland hanging jobs, but
beautiful.
I think it looks pretty nice. And the test will be if the wildlife likes it as well.
Wow, Keely, I have to admit, that looks really good.
Isn't it pretty?
And no elf moon. Looks great.
It does look good.
You know what looks even better, though? Is my homemade Hobbit gingerbread house.
You made that?
Yeah, easy. Did it while you were over there making your little dainty popcorn thing.
That's so pretty.
Thanks. I know. It's really nice.
It is.
I bet you couldn't make something this nice.
Yeah, I could. I just made a whole garland.
Yeah, well, that's not a Hobbit hole. I made this, and now I'm going to eat this.
That's that's not actually gingerbread at all. This is another beautiful Hobbit hole from Weta.
Never heard of them.
Well, they made it, just like they made our Halloween one that I tried to trick you with, and I'm not stupid enough to fall for my own trick. That is not edible.
Yeah, tell me that when I eat some snow.
How'd you do that?
I just did it.
Open your mouth. There is something white in there. Well, there you have it, folks. Apparently you can eat this thing, though I wouldn't recommend it.
Kind of the same advice for the garland. But on that note, enjoy your holiday treats and sweets, and if you're not enjoying something sweet to eat, just, you know, have a ball with your loved ones and go outside and enjoy the winter air.
Yep. Or summer air if you're in the
That's true.
southern hemisphere.
That's true. We're not excluding you.
So, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and from Kili
And Fili,
we wish you a very Merry Christmas. And,
So do I.
and a Happy New Year.
Go!
It's the lucky chair. Alright, Keely, go if you care.
Okay, we're...
Alright, 1, 2, 3, and roll in!
So... Hang on. Let me show this if it's
I
gonna
don't know if I
happen.
am. I'm just gonna investigate.
Investigate away. See, you can eat warheads. I can't eat warheads.
Huh.
She likes it. It's not getting bitter? It looks like it's getting bitter.
Not as bad as she made it seem.
Maybe
I'll
the
say
one
that.
I had was extra bitter.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely bitter. But it's not unbearable.
It's interesting things humans just decided to start.
Hey, this could be the Hobbit hole door. That's a big apple.
You don't mean New York.
Look like it might die.
I know, we've got to do it quick before the rain. Okay, ready?
Yeah, so I'll just be feeding her this and putting it on.
Yeah. That's just a screaming dog in the background.
It's just the warg hostel.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Shadow, you are gonna be so ready for Christmas after this. Look how beautiful you look. You are the prettiest warg there ever was. Would you like some more warg cookies?
Oh my gosh!
Hi, Keely.
I'm Keely.
Oh, hi. Thought I said Keely. I said Keely.
That could be not.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Just be like petting me.
And Saruman's just a little old Scrooge.
Saruman's a little bit more lost than Scrooge.
I don't know. What if he just got some love?
Is Saruman beyond redemption?
Can you imagine Saruman with jingle bells in his beard, though? Hey, come on, Christopher Lee metal Christmas album. Hello.
But that's a question for the Tolkien group, the One Rings Tolkien group. What is it called? Tolkien Forever or something? On Facebook. People like to have.
Yelled at for not saying the right name.
Well, I might get yelled at for not saying the right name, but I'll put it in text at the bottom of the
I'm just
screen.
calling out trolls, sorry.
That if people want to discuss the conversation of,
Yeah.
do you think Saruman's redeemable?
You think he could be a Scrooge who
Is he a Scrooge who just needed a scare and then he
just
got?
ate a bit of bad cheese and he got really
Could be a plump of
grumpy
undigested mustard
and started up a whole army of monsters just because he ate
to help
them.
take over the world for the Dark Lord.
But, you know, there's a good side to everyone.
You'd like to think, but is Saruman redeemable? Okay.
And
So, the group is actually called The World and Works of J.R.R. Tolkien. Tolkien Forever is another great Facebook group, but I just remembered that. Okay, she did it while we were filming? Did you do a poop while we were filming? I didn't even notice. Were you doing a poo-poo? Good. blind man, dead dog.
Spicy.
She's a spicy cookie.
Ready, 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 ready.